Yeah, I just want to say thank you, everyone, for joining us. So for those who don't know me, my name is Rhonda Muller. I'm based in the Whitsundays in Mackay. And yeah, family's here. I'm a nutritional therapist, for those who don't know. The whole purpose, the whole reason I became a nutritional therapist was because of my children's health, and I wasn't getting answers. Everything was very mainstream, very pharmaceutical driven, and I wasn't getting results. So I started to look outside the box, and that's where I started to get real instrumental, like foundational changes within my children's health and also within my own health. And so that is my whole purpose in life now, is to educate people, to share what I've learned through my years of personal experience, as well as my years of studying and researching. Yeah, I've come across LifeVantage 4 years ago, and just knew straight away, knew that it was a fantastic company, and all the products aligned with my values, very holistic, very natural, but heavily science-based. So without any further delay, I'd like to get started, where today I'm going to be talking about gut health and collagen, and what is the big deal? What is the purpose of collagen? So and I'm going to be flicking around too, because I've got a screen over here as well as, so I appreciate if you can't see my face, just the side of me. It's probably my best side. No, just joking. But yeah, so in regards to, this is a very, very brief overview in regards to the gastrointestinal tract, and that's what we're talking about today, is gut health. So when we see food, we start to metabolize and get the digestive enzymes going, and we swallow it down, hopefully after we've chewed it into a liquid. We swallow it down into the stomach acids, where it's broken down even further, and then into the small intestine, and then up into the ascending colon, across the transverse, descending, and then we eliminate. Now, the whole goal is that when we eliminate, we get that feeling, that was a really good poo. That's what we're really aiming for, right? Unfortunately, not everyone has that. Not everyone is absorbing the nutrients from their food. And I'm going to touch into that a little bit further. But before I do, not many people know that we're losing 1% of our collagen every year after our 20s, and especially even more after menopause or during menopause. Our bodies are always trying to balance collagen production against the amount that we're losing, because quite honestly, we're losing more than what we can make. And that's because of our environment, exposure to UV light. There's many studies out there. Oxidative stress plays a huge role here, with the free radicals affecting collagen maintenance, environmental toxins. So, what we're breathing in regards to the oxygen to the tissues, which is additional oxidative stress, leads to premature aging, but also just the chemicals in the air, things like that. Inflammatory diets, we may not be eating whole foods. We might be eating a lot of carbohydrates, processed meats, sugars. All these types of things inflame the body and create that cellular rusting. And then there's also stress, everyday stress, whether it could be, just your family life, whether it's marriage, work, financial, excuse me, all these types of things. Stress increases your cortisol levels, which then decreases your collagen production. So yeah, we really need to try and get on top of that and combat stress and reduce inflammation. So I'm going to be talking also about the microbiome of the gut. So especially here in the gastrointestinal tract, we have a lot of bacteria, and some of that is good and bad. Hopefully you have more good than bad. And our microbiome, our microflora, ideally, we want the diversity of the Amazon jungle. Lots of species of animals, plants, insects, all those types of things. but our microbiome is more like a courtyard with a concrete, no grass, just pots and plants. That's the diversity that most of us have. And a lot of that could be coming down from the way that you were born, even just the stresses from your mother, whether you were a natural childbirth or a C-section, that can alter your microbiome. Were you breastfed, were you bottle fed? All different types of things that can actually impact. Have you had medications like antibiotics? Even the contraceptive pill acts like antibiotics. It's wiping out a lot of our beneficial bacteria. And don't get me wrong, you know, pharmaceuticals certainly have their place when it's in life of threat of life or limb. Bring it on. But there can be underlying aspects to that as well. And just, you know, what you inherit through the generations and also the diet. So in regards to the inner health of the small intestine, what you can see here is that the villi that we all have inside, in regards to the small intestine, we all have this little villi that helps us to absorb our nutrients from our food. So this is what it looks like when it's all healthy. We've got this mucosal layer, which is like our force field, helping us to only absorb digested foods. Okay, it's a certain amount of our gut is leaky, it's permeable, and that helps us to absorb. But when we have a lot of inflammation, an imbalance of bacteria, etc., that actually breaks down the mucosal layer, and a lot of that is actually collagen. Okay, and that's where we end up in a lot of problems. Or like all you have to do is Google gut health and low collagen and see what comes up, right? So I'm not going to dwell too much on it because I am a health professional and I don't want to bore you with all this research and stuff. But the gut lining is made from collagen, and the little folds, the little villi that keeps, you know, the food from seeping through into the bloodstream. It helps you to break it down to absorb it, right? That is all 100%, well, majority of it is coming down to collagen health, collagen density. And what we start to see is that with bacterial imbalances, food sensitivities, all the things that I mentioned before, oxidative stress, mitochondrial dysfunction is all linked to leaky gut. Now, leaky gut is meaning the permeability, the ability for you to absorb, right, is diminished. It's way too leaky. It's got way too many holes in it. So undigested food, pathogens, bacteria are seeping through into the bloodstream. And that's when we end up with a whole host of problems. Yeah. And studies show that collagen is going to strengthen your intestinal wall. And especially when you're eating really whole foods, you're getting enough vitamin C from your diet, etc., your intestinal wall is going to be actually improved because collagen production is going to be working again, right? So we can supplement with collagen to help with sealing up these gaps and stuff like that. But most of the time we're not absorbing because we're not taking the right collagen, okay, especially when we're supplementing. And it's really, really important for collagen because it helps to strengthen and tone the entire digestive system. Now, remembering digestive system starts from your mouth all the way through to your bottom. In addition, collagen is also helpful for your skin, your joints, your bones, all these types of things. And most people are already aware of that, you know, because we start to see wrinkles and all these types of things and we think, holy dooly, we need to supplement with collagen. Well, I look at it because I predominantly work with women and children, and my passion is pediatric special needs, mental health, gut health, autoimmune, and all of this is linked to low collagen. Okay, this is why I get so excited about the collagen. Now, when we're talking about leaky gut, it's not just of the gut. Okay, and full disclosure, we're not here to say we're going to cure any kind of disease or mitigate, reverse anything. I'm just giving you the science about the importance of collagen and beneficial bacteria and things like that, because if we don't get on top of that, it impacts the whole body. Okay, and so especially when our diet is so devoid of collagen and whole foods, then, you know, it's really important that we start to look at that, because when we start to supplement with collagen and help our body to make collagen again, we can actually feel it within a matter of days, not just weeks, people. This is extraordinary. Yeah. Now, this is very sciencey. Again, just the mucosal layer, the small intestine. You can see here, this is the mucosal layer. It's quite deceiving. It looks quite thick, but it's finer than a strand of hair. Okay. This is when it's healthy. Nice tight junctions. The free radicals, the oxidative stress that I was talking about, this is what we're looking at. Our body has its own ability to counteract that and make our own antioxidants. And that's what it's doing when the healthy gut is all working properly, when our body is working as nature intended. This is the mitochondria, the battery in every single cell in our body, okay? Now, this is what happens when it's inflamed, when we have that imbalance of bacteria. We have more of the unfriendly pathogenic bacteria than the good, you know, the microbiome of the Amazon jungle, that diversity, right? So you can see the mucosal layer is really quite dissolved. And again, comes down to collagen. And also the villi of the small intestine, which it doesn't show here, but when the collagen is depleted or we've got a lot of inflammation, that's actually damaged. And a lot in regards to autoimmune disease, that villi is flattened. So it really hinders our absorption of nutrients, vital nutrients. And the tight junctions you can see are permeable. So that allows all the undigested food and pathogens to seep through into the bloodstream. You can see here the free radicals are running rampant, and we don't have enough antioxidants to counteract them, which is then also damaging the mitochondria, which is making it even more leaky and spewing out a lot more free radicals, which leads to oxidative stress, oxidative damage, that cellular rusting. So it's a real vicious cycle. You're never going to get on top of it until you reduce the oxidative stress, the mitochondrial dysfunction, and the collagen production. Now, as a nutritional therapist, I recommend for many years, I've been doing this since 2009, you need to find other forms of collagen, okay? And so one way that I would teach, and I would do cooking workshops in my clinic when I used to have the clinic many years ago, about bone broth. Now, bone broth is great because it contains gelatin, which contains collagen, right? Which collagen contains its complete amino acids, which are absolutely fantastic. But this can be really quite, problematic for some people. And bone broth has been around for centuries. It helps to give nutrition and adds flavor to meals, etc. Because but the downside is that it can be really time consuming. But also the other factors is that taste. Not everyone likes the taste. Not everyone likes the smell of it. So I've seen some people walk in and go, oh my God, that smells disgusting, right? But then it's also the time factor. If you're going to make a really good bone broth, and it doesn't have to be from beef, it could be lamb, goat, fish, chicken, whatever, any kind of animal protein, right? But you need to be aware that to really make good quality bone broth, it can take up to 48 hours. Not everyone's got that kind of time. But then also the quality of the bones, and all the other ingredients. There's known to be heavy metals in some of the bones. You need to source really good quality bones, grass-fed, ideally free-range organic animals. And I don't know about you, but not many people can actually afford that. It's not sustainable, right? But then there's also the histamine intolerance and glutamate sensitivity. So I'm not going to go right into that. If you want more information, reach out and, we can possibly support you with that. But it's true. Bone broth truly is not enough to support true gut support in regards to collagen, okay? Supplementation, activation is definitely a really good way. Now, bone broth is just one. There's many other things. Bone marrow is a really good way. There's other products out there. Like this photo was just taken at Coles. That is all collagen products. And most of them don't even list what type of collagen they have. And most of them, it says like, you're going to have a result, but you have to take it 2 or 3 times a day. you know, some people, again, the cost factor, they might say, oh, look, it's, you know, it's $10, it's on special. But by the time you have to take it 3 times a day, you probably have to buy 2 or 3 packs of those minimum, just for 2 or 3 days. So, and then there's also the fillers or the preservatives and all these types of things. You know, in regards to the sodium, the carbohydrates, there's just too many questions. And a lot of people go, well, I don't know what to do. There's just too much to go to, and it gets confusing. Now, in regards to the traditional forms of collagen, like I was saying, you know, I work with pediatric special needs, trying to get a child with sensory overload or, you know, developmental problems, delays, whatever, trying to get them to drink something. It's just like, yeah, no, it's, you know, it can be really quite problematic. But also the thing is that, like I was saying, the source is not always free range. The animal diet, what are they being fed? Are they being fed corn? Are they being fed soy? These are all inflammatory diets that are not natural for a lot of free range animals, right? And then you're going to, lucky if you get 3 to 10 grams per cup. The absorption is good, but the flavor is really, really strong, okay? And often you need to drink it hot, because when it goes cold, it goes like jelly. And trying to get someone to consume that jelly, it's not very palatable, right? And it has a shelf life. You need to refrigerate it, and it'll expire after, you know, 5 to 7 days. And it takes anywhere from 48 hours to make it. So what I'm going to be talking about today is a different way. We're going to be talking about activating our collagen production while we're replenishing the collagen, and that's what supplements do, they replenish, but we're also talking about maintaining, okay? And I'll show you a couple of things a little bit down the track in regards to how we can do that. Now, this product that I've aligned myself with, and that is launching come March next month, if you're wanting to get onto the VIP list, I recommend you reach out to the person who's invited you to this call today, who's shared the recording with you, because there's a lot of benefits about actually getting on the VIP list this month. Okay, there's reward incentives, earning lots of discounts and all these types of things. So the beauty of this liquid collagen, and I've got one here, okay, you just drink it. It tastes delicious, but this has guaranteed 10 types of collagen peptides. Now, it's hydrolyzed, meaning you will absorb it. You will absorb it instantly. There's no time delay. Your body can see it as a functional food. It doesn't have to try and break it down, okay? And so a lot of the other collagens out there, they're lucky if they have 1 or 2 different types of collagen. And most of them, you cannot absorb it, right? Now, I still, as a nutritional therapist, I still recommend that we have a wholesome food. And these types of foods are really, really rich in collagen, but it's not going to be the same instant effect as this, okay? Your body, in order to be happy and have a healthy gut, your body needs to be able to provide the building blocks and you know, have some anti-inflammatory support, which in regards to comes from our food and stuff like that. So if you're smoking, if you're drinking lots of soft drink, lots of sugar and stuff like that, you're honestly going to have some problems, okay? But this collagen is a superfood. It's a functional food, and it's going to help the gut. It's going to help your body absorb the nutrients. It's going to help your body with the connective tissue. It's going to help your organs, your skeletal system, your muscles, every single cell in your body, providing structure, okay? Ligaments, tendons, muscles, bones, skin, and of course, our gut, okay? And there's so much research out there in regards to gut health. Other factors that you could be doing in regards to plant types of collagen, okay? It's going to be a lot harder to absorb and to create enough amino acids, enough collagen from plants. But still, I recommend that you supplement with a really wholesome food, wholesome diet, okay? It's not that convenient for people to be eating a truckload, you know, a whole plate full of of vegetables or salads. And quite frankly, if I get to the nitty gritty, whatever we're eating today, we should not eat again tomorrow. We need that diversity, okay, for helping with the microbiome. We need to feed it, okay? And talking about feeding, one of the ingredients is the ruby red quinoa extract. Now, this activates a whole host of genes in our body to boost the collagen production. It activates SOD, which is superoxide dismutase, an antioxidant enzyme, a gene in our body by 2,700%, activates catalase. Google catalase and aging, catalase and gray hair, wrinkles. Holy dooly. This increases it by 202%, right? Type 1 collagen, which is brilliant for gut, brilliant for wrinkles, aging, all of the skin issues, is increased by 42%. So this is really extraordinary, but also, apart from it being really pretty, it's a very pretty quinoa, okay, it also promotes beneficial bacteria. It is like a prebiotic, okay? Again, win-win, right? Helps with short-chain fatty acids, win-win. Motility of the gut, extraordinary, okay? High fiber, minerals, vitamins, antioxidants, absolutely excellent source of protein. And it's 100% gluten-free. I wouldn't align with anything if it wasn't gluten-free, right? This plant, this ruby red quinoa, contains all 9 essential amino acids. So it's absolutely brilliant for anti-aging. So I'm not going to go right into all the ins and outs, but you remember that photo that I showed you from Coles Woolies, okay? That's not going to boost your collagen production. This will, right? This will actually help to replenish, activate, and maintain your collagen production. So the collagen that we have is from wild-caught marine peptides, and it's not from the bone, it's from the skin, right? So again, 10 types of collagen. We're replenishing the collagen that we've lost, okay? This is huge. We're not just dumping collagen into the cells, we're going to be absorbing it on the outside of the cell as well in regards to your gut health, etc. So 10 different types of collagens. So it's going to impact your organs differently. Every single type has a very specific job. So it could be joints, veins, arteries. It needs that flexibility for every single organ and vein, artery in our body. Same with our liver, okay? And then we were talking about vitamin C. This has the vitamin C in it, which again helps with the absorption. This is going to maintain the level of collagen that we have left. We're not going to lose anymore. And this product tastes absolutely amazing. You know, it's just a superfood blend with citrus, berries, etc. So this is going to help to stop the breakdown of our collagen. And that's to me, I think that's really smart. That's what we want. So what's not in it? So there's no added sugar. There's no artificial sweeteners. It's non-GMO, meaning it's not tampered with. It's not genetically modified. It's dairy-free, gluten-free, and there's no soy in it either, okay? If you haven't tried a sample yet, reach out to the person who shared it with you, and they might actually have an event where you can come in and sip on the and actually taste it. So we're activating wellness inside and out. So what I was talking about with our product, it's wild fish. It's from the skin. Animal diet, well, in the seafood industry, what do they eat? They eat other fish, they eat seaweed, all the vitamins and minerals in the ocean. It has 5,000 milligrams of the hydrolyzed marine peptides, meaning instantly available, instantly absorbed. The absorption is actually excellent. It tastes amazing. I actually have it for dessert every night, and it's just one a day. You just drink it one a day. If it's for children, you go by the weight and we can help you with that, okay? So for a child, you could get maybe 2 or 3 out of one bottle, and that's extremely price effective. It's shelf stable, and time to crack it open and drink. That's it. It is just so convenient. Now, looking at some of the other products out there, we've done our due diligence. I've looked around at many, many different types of products. And as you can see, our True Science Liquid Collagen, it activates collagen, it replenishes collagen, which all these other comparisons do, and it maintains collagen. But when you look at the others, it doesn't activate and it doesn't maintain. The collagen source is marine, it's hydrolyzed, meaning instantly available, 5,000 milligrams, portable, ready to drink. So some of the others come in really big bottles. And I've had that question before, well, why don't we have a big bottle? Well, if you're traveling, what happens if it leaks everywhere? How are you going to keep it cool? Because as soon as you open it, you need to refrigerate it, okay? If it's a powdered form, half the time you're only absorbing probably, maybe if you're lucky, 20%. We can guarantee you're going to absorb a minimum of 90% of this, yeah? Regardless of what your gut health is like. Number of collagen strains, 10. And as you can see, the most here that you have was 4. Some of them don't even list it. Now, to me, that's, as a health professional, I want to know how many strains are in there. Now, we were talking about the oxidative stress. So this is what's going to be coming available next month, the Healthy Glow Stone. This product here, Protandem, is already available, the Nerf 2 Synergizer. This is it here. It's just 1 tablet a day. And this is going to help reduce that oxidative stress that we were talking about. The free radicals, the little yellow teardrops that I was showing that were running amok, okay? And we didn't have enough antioxidants to neutralize it. This is going to kick it back in. Your body will make its own antioxidants again, enabling it to neutralize all the free radicals, which creates that cellular rusting, right? Like an apple, banana, cut it in half or peel a banana, leave it on the bench. What happens? It goes brown. It's aging. Yes? Same thing is happening to us on a cellular level. When you put these 2 products together, it's like, hallelujah. Seriously, from a health professional's point of view, if you can't afford anything else, this is where I'd be steering you, these 2 products. Okay, so going through and just finishing up, I'm not going to go through every single type of collagen that we have, but you can see it there. If you want to take a screenshot, if you want to take a photo, I highly recommend it, okay? Because this is not me just coming out with information, plucking it out of the air. This is true science. Yes? Absolute science. And that's why this is called True Science Liquid Collagen. All right. I hope that you found that helpful. I hope you've found a little bit of information that you haven't heard before. I'm just going to quickly now go to the chat and see if there's any questions, because we don't have an interview process. So I'm just going to see if there's anything in there. Great education. Thank you. It's my whole purpose in life is to try and make things simple for everyone to understand. Yes, it is being recorded. Okay. And yeah, 48 hours for bone broth. That's it. And you want to make sure that it's organic. Exactly. And not everyone can afford organic, right? All right. Anything else? Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. I'm pleased that everyone's found it helpful. I can't see any other questions in here. Would you continue taking bone broth? Absolutely. I cook with bone broth. I use bone broth for like gravies and stocks and, putting it in my slow cooker and stuff like that all the time. But it's not going to replace this. It's not going to give you the same value. So thank you so much, everyone. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. I will sign off now. Just in closing, like I said, the products, the collagen will be available next month. If you want information on how you can access that at reward prices, etc., get reward credits, reach out now, because all of those benefits will actually change come the end of this month, end of February. All right. Reach out to the person who shared it with you, and they'll be able to help you. All right. Take care. Oh, sorry. This is what a 10-pack looks like. So a month's supply, you'll get 3 of these. It's awesome. All right. Take care, everyone. All the best. Bye.